Yo, what's up everyone? This is James and reading English 100 Days Challenge. Today is day 30. Okay, let's get right into it. So, Issey miyake. So this Japanese fashion designer, Issey miyake, smiles after receiving the gold medal of the Premium Imperial at the awarding ceremony in Tokyo 18 October 2005. So clothes speak many languages and have to be seen on the outside as well as felt on the inside. Miyake. Issey miyake does not want to be called an artist, nor does he want to be labeled a Japanese fashion designer. However, from a Western point of view, he is both. He argues that stereotypical boundaries limits the possibility concept of design, and yet his history has revealed that nothing has prevented Miyake from melding the past, the present, and the future in his life's work. So by challenging convention as an aesthetic stance, he states, "I believe in questioning. For over 40 years, Miyake has reinvented form, redefined the boundaries of clothing in both functional and aesthetic contexts, and rejuvenates new modern models of clothing productions. He has promoted an integral liaison between the fine arts, photography, and applied arts, and fashion, showing the world the true meaning of collaborative effort. He has fostered new talent, and he has given back or passed forward that which he has learned from his predecessors, his colleagues, his years of experimentation, and his time-honored experience in the fashion industry. Undoubtedly, he is considered one of the most creative forces in the world today. Miyake has been dubbed the Picasso of fashion, presumably in relation to the diversity of his work, his propensity for discovering new artistic methodologies, and his challenging of traditional concepts of design. So one might argue that what constitutes the greatest challenge of his work is his ability to force the viewers to confront their own assumptions about what comprises clothing or dress. Miyake draws on both artisan production and new technologies, and explores all expected and unexpected possibilities in the process. So in both police, and epoch collections, he has embraced the new postmodern woman of the late 20th and early 21st century. He has shown her that through the beauty of simplicity, clothing can be unaffected by the shifting tides of taste. His work suggests that meaning, either symbolic or inferred, can allow the imagination to expand well beyond the literal needs of clothing. Yet Miyake also sees clothing as something to use, and more recently, something to renew or reuse. He has devised new ways of minimizing waste in clothing fabrication, and sees the customers as his greatest collaborators. Place and please. I feel I have found a new way to give individuality to today's mass-produced clothing. Miyake's. Arguably, Miyake's renewed or redesigned concept in 1993, Pilates, I hope I pronounced it right, Pilates, P-L-E-A-T-S, Pilates, please, range owes much to fortitude, Fortuny, a Spanish couture who was the master of the poetic plate. As an early 20th century designer, Fortuny used ancient models to revive a duration plating system. He perfected this in the Forces garments created the first decade of 20th century, which substantially inspired numerous designers of 2019s to 2030s. Taking the process on one step further, miyake combined this technique with new technology, synthetic fabric, as an innovative approach to plating. And the result inspired his pleats collection, shown for decades around the world. Miyake's garments are cut 2.5 to 3 times larger than the finished garment and sewed together first. Then they are sandwiched between layers of paper, and individual pieces are hand-feed through a heat press where they are plated. According to Miyake, even when I work with computers with high technology, I always try to put in touch of the hand. 2 or 3 people twist them, and put it all into the machine to cook it. The fabric's memory holds the plates, and when they are released from their paper coating, they are ready to wear. This industrial process allows both texture and form to create it at the same time. Vertical, horizontal, and zigzag plating is used to create varying effects and architectural shapes. Interview magazine quotes Miyake's as saying, "Plates give birth to texture and shape all at the same time. I feel I have found a new way to give individuality to today's mass-produced clothing." So when Miyake designed dance costumes for William Forge's Frankfurt Ballet in 1990, he used ultra feather light polyester jersey, permanently plated. He realized that this new method of making clothes was a marvelous thing for dancer, a type of second skin, as it held its shape so well. He wanted to work with the body in motion and wanted to to move as the body moves. As the body moved, he spoke to many dancers and studied how they wore their clothes. In the following years, he sent 200 to 300 garments for the dancer to choose what they wanted to wear in each performance of the last detail. So that each day the performance was different. Ultimately, this led to the development of plates range. It would seem that nobody was able to capture the flexibility and the lightness of contemporary plates better than Issey Miyake. Subsequently, this inspired him to use dancers rather than models to display his work on the catwalk. For his 1991 Fide collection, which celebrated life and technology, Miyake's fabrics were cut into complex patterns by using ultrasonic waves to emit heat vibrations. Arguably, he created the most intricate and sophisticated plates to date, clearly evident in his Colombo dress. This garment, made with snap fasteners that transform a single flat panel of cloth into a softly draped dress, proving that there was no need for sewing, as fasteners could be used both functionally and decoratively. This seminal garment was later exhibits in an installation at Banaki Museum at Athens in 2002 called Fourth and Plates, drafted from ancient Greek dress to 21st century fashion. And that's it for today. See you next.